Hello, my name is Bert and I'm product manager at Ridley Bikes. In this video we will present to you the Ridley Triton Fast. The Ridley Triton Fast is the first 100% specific triathlon bike in the Ridley range. We have developed the bike together with the input of our professional riders. In the development of the Triton Fast, we focused on three important features of the bike. First of all, the geometry, secondly, the adjustability of the bike, and last but not least, the aerodynamics of the bike. Let's have a closer look at the geometry of the Triton Fast. Today, triathletes are looking in general for a position that can be described as a high and long position on the bike. They are looking for a higher position, like I mentioned, with a low drop between the saddle and the arm pads. This helps you to have a more relaxed position on the bike, still very aerodynamic, to have an easier transition from the cycling part into the running part of a triathlon. At the same time, they want to have a long position on the bike with a position that is very central on top of the bottom bracket. This allows you to ride with a more open hip angle to optimize and to maximize the power transfer, especially during longer efforts. If you now look at the geometry of the Triton Fast, you will see that we have a frame stack that is higher compared to a traditional time trial bike or to other bikes in the market. This higher frame stack allows you to reduce the height of the spaces underneath the extensions. Lower extensions, a lower number of spaces below the extensions will add stiffness and add more stable ride feeling to the bike. At the same time, you will see that we have a nice and steep C-tube angle, which allows you to get this long position on the bike very central above the bottom bracket. So the Triton Fast is developed around a long and high geometry of a triathlon bike. Secondly, we focused a lot on the adjustability of the bike, on the adjustability of the Triton Fast. Probably a triathlon bike is the most personalized and customized bike that you can see in the segment of performance bikes. Whether you're talking about gravel bikes, road bikes, cyclocross bikes. The adjustability that we have integrated in the Triton Fast, you can see it in three different things. First of all, adjustability of the handling, the rider position, storage packs and hydration packs. Let's start with the adjustability of the ride feel. We have integrated in the fork flip chips, which allows you to have the three different rake options on the bike. This will help you to adapt the bike to the race course or to your personal feeling. Whether you prefer a very stable ride feeling on the bike, you can choose the shorter rake in the fork, or if you want to have a ride feel which is closer to a traditional road bike, you can choose for the longer rake option in the fork. Secondly, very important point in a triathlon bike is the cockpit. The cockpit setup gives you a lot of different options to customize the rider position. You can adjust the length of the cockpit, the height of the cockpit, and the angle of the extensions. The adjustability in the length is in the monoriser, which you can use in the forward position or in a backward position. This will allow you to have a difference of 25 millimeters in the reach of the cockpit. At the same time, we offer different stack spaces to adjust the height of the extensions between 40 millimeter and 120 millimeter. And thanks to the monoriser wing that we have here, it is possible to adjust the angle of the extensions in the perfect position that you are looking for. So you don't need to work with special spaces to get a 0 degree, 5 degree or 10 degree angle of the extension. With the monoriser, you can choose your perfect angle and adjust the cockpit like you want. Another nice advantage of this cockpit is by untightening only 2 bolts, you can remove the extensions and the spacers, which makes it very easy also to travel with the bike, which is a very important and interesting feature for a triathlon bike. The saddle rail allows you to have an adjustment of 6 centimeters on the seat post also. So the combination of the adjustability on the seat post and the cockpit will allow you to find your perfect position on the Triton Fast. Last but not least, there is also the option to add a hydration pack, a frame pack for storage, and a top tube bag for extra storage on the bike. Top tube bag is nicely integrated in the top tube and the cockpit, also nicely integrated around the stem spacer. The hydration pack can take up to 1 liter of liquid, and you can decide, as it is a modular system, to use only the top tube bag, only the frame pack, only the hydration pack. Depending on the course or the ride that you're doing, you are able to put the packs on the bike or keep them off the bike. Another key feature in the development was the aerodynamics of the bike. A triathlon bike is a performance bike. You can see this with the extended head tube that we have added to the bike, which reduces the drag. We have a massive down tube to ride also with traditional round bottles, and the shape of the down tube will hide the bottles from the airflow. Other frame features of the Triton Fast are the UDH hanger, which makes the bike compatible with all modern group sets on the market. Triton Fast has a tire clearance of 34 mm, so if you want to add some extra comfort to your riding, you can put on wider tires. We have adapted the shape of the front fork, and which hides the front caliper. So all these features will help to make the fastest bike. Just like all other Ridley bikes, the Triton Fast will also be available in our configurator, where you can choose your design, choose your color, select wheels, saddle, cockpit, so you can create your truly unique Triton Fast.